Alright, bro. So look, this is gonna be everything that I learned. The stuff that I didn't include inside the story time, right? Because the story time's just telling y'all like what happened and like the main thing about like for me personally, it dealt with like understanding when to take control, trusting your instincts, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's a couple of things that I just didn't even talk about with y'all, bro. And it's like, y'all see it in the thumbnail, there's stuff about like sorcery and freezing time and freaking dead animals passing on and fairyland and fairy magic and freaking power place and portal creation. Y'all know about the power place part? I ain't mentioned the portal creation part, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with mainly the sorcery and also like just some protection stuff too, because like I was already mentioning how like so y'all see say cooking and domain control. I mean in domain expansion, right? You can also call say cooking domain control if you want to though. I just say different names. Say cooking comes from the show Kenichi. Domain expansion comes from Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? And like the things that I learned from my dragon guide were pretty much like these two abilities in a way, right? So, I've been at the Sekukin shit. That was a while. Sekukin pretty much just means like control of the air sphere, and the air deals with the mind. So I say control of the mental sphere, right? Pretty much being able to just control your mind. I've always that's like been something I was like, there was a. I wish I had it in my notes like loaded up already when I was going through that phase of my life. But I already wrote that down at some point in my life that I was like going through like my Jose Coogan phase, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people who've been like knowing me for a while may have noticed it on my Instagram when I was talking about it at the time. But I mean that's just like getting like control over my mind and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Just having complete control over my mental world, right? Now, the technique that I learned from my dragon was the whole like domain expansion thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much like you pretty much expand your mind like outwardly. So like everybody feels your energy. It's the same as expanding your aura, you know what I'm saying? It's really just like all that type of stuff, right? Now, and also, it's also like hockey, conquer. You could use it as conqueror's hockey, which is when like I don't know all about that, but all my friends who watch One Piece, bro, like, well, I ain't gonna say every single one, but like two main friends I have who watch One Piece always talk about. Actually, no, I'm gonna say three. They talk about fucking conqueror's hockey like all the time and how they want to use hockey in real life, all that shit, and like it really is a thing. So, and there's different ways to do it, but this kind of way, right? So it's like I got taught how to make these like clones that could shapeshift. So like I have like these snake clones that kind of like are always behind me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And well, not always, but like when I want them behind me and stuff like that. And it's like you can expand like all of that like all around you and stuff like that, and like make everything feel it. So that way, like like you could ward things off and all this other shit, right? And the reason I had to do it is because the energy over there was not like the best. You know what I'm saying? Now inside the forest, right? The forest I'm gonna say the worst energies, the most negative energies there are probably like maybe negative fairies, but there wasn't even like real. I didn't really feel like too much like really negative fairy energy. Fairies were definitely like playing around and having their fun, but like I didn't feel like true like full negative intent. I'm gonna say like the one that's like for certain like like the most like negative things, it's just the disembodied beings, mainly like animals and stuff like that. I mentioned how like under the bridge that I was talking about inside the story time that the energy just felt like it was just like it wasn't like negative, but it felt like a little bit like it just wasn't the highest vibrational beings ever. And like I pretty much the reason why is because like they were like disembodied like animals, you know what I'm saying? It felt like someone would like pass on through that and like fairies will like help them and stuff like that and all this other shit. And there was like a drawing of like like this block figure. One eye was small, one eye was big and stuff like that. And it's like like when you see disembodied beings in the astral. Now I ain't gonna lie, this isn't from personal experience when it comes to this part. When it comes to the astral part, I heard this from Ryan Cropper before, and it's funny because I'm hearing this right. I heard about this after. No, I heard about this before and after going to that fairy trip. You know what I'm saying? The whole mission quest lesson ultimate test. You know what I'm saying? I called it the fairy trip because that shit was kind of like Fairyland the big. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like, what was I fucking? Oh yeah. Disembodied beings like would tend to have like they really will be like sometimes like one eye is bigger than the other. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like or like their heads are like warped or some shit. So it's like they kind of look like a disembodied spirit, you know what I'm saying? And when me and my guy were under, I was like, yo, look at that spirit over there, you know what I'm saying? Because like when someone decided to draw whatever the fuck that was, however the fuck they got that idea, that is an intelligence that wanted to express itself through that person, and it came out looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like disembodied. It was a lot of disembodied beings there, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Mainly like disembodied animal spirits. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and like I didn't want them fucking with me. You know, and like that's why I got taught how to like do that protection shit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all already know how I got taught like how to channel better and stuff like that. So I could feel energy way more and stuff like that. Which is why when I touched the water, right? That shit felt like it was like so like drunken, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't fully understand that yet. However, I do have the energy like in my bracelets and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? This deals with the whole sorcery part, because like pretty much I made a live stream a while ago about the sorcery stuff, right? I learned that's when I first started learning it from this dragon, right? But like I'm really heavy into it now, right? But not even as heavy as I'm really gonna be, because now I'm known to really like, you know what I'm saying? Gotta focus on a lot of myself to like really tap into like all my shit. But when it comes to this like, you know, sorcery shit, right? You get your powers from sourcing them from other places, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you could get your power from water, from fire, you know what I'm saying? From the life force of a dragon, from the life force of a Pleiadian, from the life force of a angel, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, right, I can now use the energy of the of the waterfall for magic and stuff like that, you know. I already have a portal for it inside my room. I showed y'all the pictures. These pictures hold the energy. If you want to feel it, y'all can literally feel it, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all can literally, if you want to get, you could feel it, bro, you know what I'm saying? You could start getting inside the drunken mode also, you know. Like whenever I look at this shit, bro, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like dog. And it's because I already have it on me and stuff like that, like I say, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I could always pull from that now and do stuff with it. The main thing I know about it for now is like cleansing and healing energy, you know. Maybe okay, because cleansing and healing are different, and I'm gonna tell you why. Just because something is clean doesn't mean that it's healed. You want an example? Let's say you cut your finger, right? You can have a dirty cut or a clean cut, but guess what? It's still not fully healed yet. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, right, that the joint definitely has a lot of cleansing and healing energy for sure. But there's like, I'm gonna just say bliss and ecstasy energy for now, but I don't really know like what's causing that. Not gonna fully lie, you know what I'm saying? And because there's a lot of stuff I still didn't even fully, that I don't even fully know yet about this trip, because like this is like a place that I'm gonna be going to a lot, you know what I'm saying? This is like a because what we're seeing, everything we see right now exists in the astral also, right? So like the more astral aspects of that terrain is like, it's a whole bunch of learning that can happen there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And like I'm gonna be going there at night, you know what I'm saying? And like when I meditate, I go there also. Like I travel mentally and stuff like that. Y'all may think that mental travel stuff ain't real, but bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The other day, bro, I was meditating, bro, and I seen a vision of my little sis, right? Of something I really shouldn't have known for real. So I asked her about it, and she was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, word, you know? And like I didn't even have to go to sleep or dream. I'm just meditating, and that joint just came through, because I have a portal for people's spirit guides and stuff like that just come through and stuff like that. And like I know why I saw what I saw type shit, you know. So yeah, that happens with a lot of shit. Or like since I'll just literally be like I'll be like daydreaming inside my head or something. But like you're really traveling somewhere mentally, you know what I'm saying? And when you start astral projecting, what happens is you project your mind. I mean, you can project your awareness as just like an orb, or you can project your whole entire body as a, you know what I'm saying, you know, you could project your astral body inside that shit also, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause what you're doing is, right, it's not even that like you're imagining something, you're interpreting a certain dimension right now. It's like you're just like tuning into a certain dimension, and then you fully could go inside that shit, or you could just stay inside your body while observing it, you know? But it's not like you're just making some shit up. It's like shit's just like coming through, and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tap into that one. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, but if you want more explanation on like the astral projection versus astral travel, Ryan Cropper talked about it in two of his he did a podcast with two people pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Go to his page and check his like whole motherfucking community tab, you know what I'm saying? It's dope, you know? But yeah, so with all that shit being said, right? Boom. There's also the power place and portal creation, right? So power places are pretty much just places with high vibrational energy, right? That waterfall, that spot was already a power place, you know what I'm saying? Now the whole forest could be considered a power place too, but not in the same way as like just purely the waterfall. And I'm saying that because a lot of like, usually when it comes to power places, negative things can't really happen there, you know what I'm saying? the spirit of that land was showing me how a lot of people learn inside. Like a lot of people could learn inside of that. They can learn all different kinds of things inside that land. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all kinds of spiritual lessons. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's funny because like I always read these like these Indian books and stuff like that. Like all these like just like Hindu shits and like these Asian shits. All these Jones, Taoist Jones, right? And they always talk about how like when they especially when people get fuck with gurus, people fuck with gurus and stuff like that, right? They often get taken to like a forest to just get to just fend for themselves. Like, yeah, just go here. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't get taught shit. Like niggas don't teach them nothing. They just say, yeah, go in the forest real quick. Niggas don't get a fucking mantra, a breath technique, a fucking scripture. They just say, nigga, go in the jungle type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll get taught for a little bit and then go in the jungle type shit. It's like, but they always just do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it felt like a very, 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 very minor version of that. Because like, bro, we still had phones. My phone was nowhere near death. Bro, you know what I'm saying? My man's had a backpack, you know what I'm saying? We had like we didn't even we weren't even like fully even lost for it, you know what I'm saying? Like we could always like get to a parking lot. It's just a matter of how long it's gonna take and stuff like that, But like, yeah, we could always get to an open space to call cops. And like, you know what I'm saying? We was never in no real danger like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Even if my phone did die, we could have at least had the guy that we found towards the end of the story call the cops for us, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. All that being said, because he was talking to his botches, knew that it just wasn't gonna go for real, you know what I'm saying? Even though my mans kept talking to him and stuff like that, I felt like that just helped my mans. Like he just had to, you know what I'm saying? But I would be trying to go back, and I'm like, yeah, whatever they're talking about is throwing me off from the cops and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. But yeah, the portal creation part. Oh yeah, let me. So you know how my man's right on his own had to drop a crystal inside of the water, right? You know what I'm saying? And then he was charging and stuff like that. Then I helped charge it also, right? Then I was also I didn't mention this inside the story time, but I did like that Joan was becoming a portal. You know what I'm saying? And I really fortified it when I got back to the crib and stuff like that. But like even while there, right, I was my Syrian like okay, so I have a Syrian life, right? In Sirius, I was Anunnaki being and a frog, and it's like both were kind of like coming through, especially when it came to like channeling. My Syrian higher self kind of like always comes through the frog one. You know what I'm saying? So like while while being there near the waterfall, it was coming out a lot. I was going through a whole bunch of different beings. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much like the energy, because I have my Syrian bracelet, my Pleiadian bracelet, right? I attached the water to my Syrian bracelet's energy, right? And then when I got into the crib, I fully put this on my Syrian portal, right? So it could fully like activate like the energy of the water and stuff like that. Because what I did is some extra OD powerful shit for a portal. Y'all don't even like, for those who don't know about portals, bro. Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to just simply make it a Syrian portal, all I had to do is just think like, well, I could literally just have my feet in the water and just be like Syrian. You know what I'm saying? And imagine this person just Syrian. And then they will come through. I swear to God, it's not hard to make portals at all, bro. There was one time I accidentally, like, bro, I was just gathering firewood, right? I just put it on the floor, right? And I noticed that a lot of fairs were just coming through out of nowhere. I'm like, why the fuck are so many fairs around? I look at the fucking wood, right? It just formed this triangle, and they just used that shit as a fucking portal. You know what I'm saying? There was hella portals at the place that we went to. We walked through a lot of doorway portals that they changed our energy every time we went through them. And like, I'm still trying to understand those also, but it's like they would like pedazzle or like enchant us in certain is super duper weird. But like, yeah, they just do that type of shit. And I swear to God, fairies was using their magic on it. Cause like I remember in my live stream that I made a while ago, right? When it came to magic, right? I was telling y'all that like if a sorcerer is using fairy magic on you for like some evil shit, one main thing you'll probably notice is like a lot of confusion. Because like fairy magic does have that confusing, like, you know what I'm saying, just like energy. Like it really does, it really can do that to you, you know what I'm saying? That's not the only thing it does, but like, yeah, fairy magic definitely has that effect, you know. I'm still learning a lot about fairy magic and stuff like that, and I've been talking to fairies more and stuff like that, but it's like it was like an introduction to that, because I'm pretty sure that the lake is like, it has some of that fairy magic inside of it. I think it did, bro, you know. I'm not gonna fully stamp it, but like it feels like that. I'm still learning more about that part, but yeah, bro, like I got an introduction to that type of shit because I swear to God, bro, though, I always, bro, when I seen them orange pills, right? My man's like, yo, look, orange pills. I'm like, oh shit, orange pills. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's a fucking sign, bro. As soon as I said that, I just felt everything, and the fairies were laughing so goddamn hard, like as if they just led us down that path or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And my God was just start looking like, like it's time to see, because like the ones who hold the lesson, like the beings that teach you inside of the forest are really okay. So I know the spirit of the waterfall. That's like the like one of the like nicest spirits like there. You know what I'm saying? But like the forest as a whole, right? It's a whole bunch of fairy shit and a lot of like animal shit. Like the dead animal spirits do a lot of shit there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I already started having a lot of fairies around my shed, and my boy's been trying to tap into his fairy magic and stuff like that also. So it's like he does have fairy magic. So like it was just like an introduction to that type shit. It's like our gods led us there type shit. You know what I'm saying? And for the card, because he's the one who picked the place, and the card that he got literally said, "Trust where you're led to go." You know what I'm saying? And like in the same card that with power place, it was the activated Earth card. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty much I made that shit a portal for pretty much. It's mainly an Arcturian port. It's heavy Syrian and also Arcturian and Palladian. But yeah, bro. Also, there's this freezing time thing too. So I have this ice ability, right, that deals with like literal ice, but like also when I get inside that state, my perception of time slows down, which kind of makes me look like I'm moving faster than everybody else. It's like I see everybody's actions in like a slower time. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like I'm getting more of that, which is kind of that's what this is helping me do. Also, I earned this joint, like I said, because like when I got that idea to get this joint, right, I was just tapping into that ability. And like when I go to sleep at night, I always go to like astral school. I call it because like I'm always like at like a school and like I'm always like learning some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like mad spiritual shit. Especially in it, like I already like knowing like what some of the stuff is, but then like I'll wake up and like I'll just like get all these thoughts about what the fuck the dream was, and like I just know like all these crazy things about I could do this, I could do that. Like today, bro, I was learning, right? If I want to learn some shit, bro, this is yeah. This is gonna fuck some of y'all gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, duh. This gonna fuck some of y'all up though. So with shape shifting clones, right? A clone in general, right, could have your awareness inside of it, right? So if you send that clone somewhere to learn some shit, it could learn that shit, and then you could like have it come back to you, and then merge with it, and you'll know that shit now without even you being the one who mainly experiences it. You know what I'm saying? But every time you experience the memory and the knowings of that knowledge, it will seem like you experienced it, but it's like you're not experiencing it from that. Here, you want to know how I'm gonna break this shit? Because look, cause I knew some y'all gonna be like, how is that like? Like it may be weird. You know what I'm saying, bro? Inside your dreams, right? You're merely observing life from like your perspective, but everyone else inside the dream is made of your awareness. They all have small parts of your awareness. You know what I'm saying? But you're just seeing life from this perspective. It's the same with the clones and stuff like that. So yeah. And then like when you wake up, like everyone's awareness goes back inside of you. Then you have all the information about them and stuff like that. And like yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that shit is dope. But that's something I just because yesterday while going to sleep, I was learning about sending out beings and stuff like that. And then like I was learning like a whole bunch. I learned about a lot of different ways to like use these shape shifting clones, bro. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be using them shits way more often, bro. But yeah, oh yeah, and the freezing time shit. So like that dealt with the fact because like I had the cold shit because like it was cold there, right? But I was thinking like while meditating, I'm like, what is cold? You know what I'm saying? That's just a sensation that I label as cold, and I also label it as uncomfortable under extreme conditions. But I don't gotta do that type shit. And it's like as I was doing that, I felt different parts of my head opening up, and it's like I would go inside those parts of my head, and like everything would just be like still as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And the card I got was literally about being still. You know what I'm saying? Like for that part of the trip, it was literally about being still. You know what I'm saying? In the last video, I don't think I mentioned the last part of my boys' trip. I know I mentioned the Unfinished Symphony part, but I forgot to say also the trip overall is gonna help him pretty much manifest the life he wants to for himself by being courageous and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more to it too. Yeah, it's about being courageous through faith and putting yourself out there more. You know what I'm saying? He also got a card about connecting with nature way more. You know, so yeah, he's gonna be led to put himself out there more through like being faithful and courageous in it, like by being faithful in himself and in life, which will make him more courageous and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, he gonna just be like he's gonna be learning all about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And connecting with nature way more. So yeah, bro. Oh, and past life memories too. So when my Lyran higher self came through and I was just like, fuck it, bro, let me just like, you know what I'm saying, take control real quick. I was having a lot of memories pop through of times when I did similar things of like this. Like for example, I may like someone may have got captured, you know, and I gotta like break them out of like captivity. Like it's happened. Like I have a lot of Jones that are like that. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a whole bunch of memories like that, you know, and me and my bro Cash, we've talked about some memories like that before that I had. You know what I'm saying? But like I was seeing like how like deep it really was. You know, I'm like, damn, I would kind of like it just reminded me of a lot of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, this shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Is that, and I also learned from my boy too. I learned how I learned how really important it is to control your mind for sure, and also more about the power of suggestion. Because remember how I told y'all like when I was like, you know what I'm saying, like running and stuff like that on the, it's funny because when I was doing that, right, like I said, I was being told like be careful, you know what I'm saying, jump at this time. Even though it was moving kind of fast, shit was moving slow from my perspective, I swear to God, right? And like my guys were saying, be careful. So all I was thinking about was careful, careful, be careful. If my mans was saying be careful too, that shit would have been cool. But he kept saying don't fall, don't, you know what I'm saying? He was saying all the wrong words, and it was distant to my mind, falling and all this other stuff, right? So like I literally started doing it at some point, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to learn like I had to also learn like when to like be aggressive and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like literally in my past lives, bro, as the frog dude, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, my frog feels like it feels I could feel the like guy energy, but it feels really androgynous, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But as the frog, right, I was like I got killed for like being too nice to like I got murked, you know what I'm saying? Like I was pretty much willing to go because like as the frog I was also Inonaki and stuff like that. So like I ruled over the Inonaki and Sirius and stuff like that. But like, I got murked at some point, you know what I'm saying, from being too nice. That's when I became an Alpha Draco. But I already had the dragon form from Orion and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, bro. So I had to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to like I said to y'all like that. Like when I was trying to be calm with my mans, it wasn't working. Being aggressive actually worked. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Towards like I said, at the end of the trip with the whole gas station shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck's going on there? Until like, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, that was a little bit different, you know. But that was some shit I peeped like, okay, yeah, that I gotta work on that because the supportiveness on that end, that shit was I wasn't as supportive as I really could have been. Like I was still like I did what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, but like it wasn't as supportive as I could have been, you know what I'm saying? But like the whole jungle shit, that shit was cool, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't, you know, I said that learning when to be aggressive and take charge and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, bro. But that's some of the stuff I didn't tell y'all, bro. More about the sorcery and shit, the portal creation, the past life memory shit, the freezing time shit, you know what I'm saying? The dead animals passing on and stuff like that. Like, it was a whole bunch of shit there, bro. Like, I'm seeing how sensitive I really am, bro. Like, it was just, like, bro, it was a real, like, dope experience. That's some of the most fun I ever had, bro, you know? That's some of the most fun that I've ever had. And I would definitely love to, like, do some shit like that, like, by myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just go there by myself one day, get high as hell, you know what I'm saying? Take shrooms and shit, you know? And just, like, yeah, you know? And if I get lost, F it, like, you know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm the type dude who will say that shit and it's like, okay, you say that, you know what I'm saying? So hey, if I get lost one day and like my phone dies on some crazy, hey, y'all gonna see a story, you know? But yeah. It's been your boy Die from Diamond, not coaching your entertainment. It's been the three-part saga of this shroom trip. First two parts were the story. This last part is everything that I learned. I feel like there's some stuff that I forgot to say. I'm not gonna lie, cause I did write stuff down. But I write stuff down. I was like, damn, I definitely forgot some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I trust myself a lot more for sure. Like, way more. You know what I'm saying? Like I always trusted myself, but now I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta really get into with my energy for sure, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.